Many of you will remember 2013's unfortunate horsemeat scandal. 2014 saw seizures of virgin olive oil masquerading as extra virgin. 2015 saw an uproar in France following a fake cheese TV expose. And in 2016, an array of New York City sushi joints were busted for tricking customers with mislabeled fish. The world of counterfeit food seems to be ever present, adapting to food trends and sourcing novel ingredients to maximize profits. So what does the future have in store for fake food? Well, plastic rice and carcinogenic seasoning, it seems. In December, over 100 bags of fake plastic rice were seized in Nigeria. The seizure followed plans by Nigerian customs to ban rice importation to support local growers and reduce inflation in the country where it had become a rampant problem. Although Nigeria's inflation rate has recently been dropping and had seen an out-of-control acceleration following 2016's flotation of the naira, it still has a long recovery ahead and could yet see further damage with the rise of counterfeit produce and illegal smuggling. It is thought that plastic rice originated from China, where counterfeit food is worryingly prevalent. Reports of Chinese plastic rice first surfaced in 2011, with synthetic resin reportedly added to potatoes to form grain shapes. Further scandals of Chinese food include seizures of glowing contaminated pork, dyed soybeans masquerading as peas, and perhaps most ingeniously, walnut shells stuffed with concrete and then glued back together. Unfortunately, food scandals in China have caused far greater damage than a disappointment to nut aficionados. Some may recall China's milk scandal in 2008, where melamine adulterated milk sold by budget market leader Sunlu killed 6 infants and hospitalized over 50,000 more. The scandal, which caused a global media frenzy, fueled by its concurrence with the Beijing Olympics, led to a rapid demise of the Sunlu brand, but also harmed China's milk trade irreparably. Many Chinese consumers today choose to import milk products from Australia and New Zealand. Chinese consumer habits should be of particular interest to those interested in the global counterfeit market, as China is the main production and consumption point of counterfeits globally. The market, driven by competitive prices and efforts to siphon manufacturing costs in response to increasingly outsourced labor, sees most activity online. E-commerce as an industry has been readily adopted by Chinese businesses and consumers alike, especially in larger cities where commercial property is expensive and convenience and budgeting a priority. Even the food sector has been impacted by the e-commerce bug, and currently, China is the global leader for online grocery shopping, set to be worth $178 billion by 2020. The trend has seen a steady increase since prominent online retailers, Alibaba and JD, began to offer options for online grocery shopping. This may trigger faint alarm bells in the heads of those more educated in fake goods, if we recall Alibaba has gained much notoriety for its problems with counterfeits. A recent bust of almost 50 Chinese factories selling counterfeit seasoning has only added fuel to the fire that is China's counterfeit problem. Cancer-causing industrial salt and other toxic additives were discovered in soy sauces, stocks, and seasonings packaged under global brand names such as Maggi, Knorr, and Nestle. The counterfeit factories, with a total worth of over $14 million, ship products all over China and caused uproar among burned consumers who moved to criticize China's Food and Drug Administration. Media voiced despair over corruption and threats to public health in the wake of fake and toxic food scandals, mass protests against polluting plants, and faulty dictionaries. News says authorities are still investigating the arrests of over 900 people, including market traders and restaurant staff, in a fake mutton scam. The media earlier revealed a criminal ring that had been selling rat, fox, and mink meat brought from farms in Shandong as mutton for hot pot restaurants in Shanghai and neighboring Wuxi since 2009. However, a suspect in Wuxi assured China Central Television that while foxes and mink had been used in the production of fake meat, no rats had been used. Elsewhere, farmers in Fujian province who were contracted to destroy deceased pigs have been detained for allegedly selling the carcasses collected from farms and roadsides to restaurants in neighboring provinces since last August, Global Times reports. 3 butchers hired from Henan province remain at large and the case is still under investigation. Besides the pork and mutton scandals, the Public Security Ministry says there have been at least another 10 meat scandals recently involving pigs and chicken. Southern Metropolis Daily notes with alarm. The case of a large number of dead pigs on the Huangpu River a while ago has to some extent confirmed the chaotic state of dead livestock and poultry processing. If this state of affairs doesn't change, the consequences of similar cases will be unimaginable, the newspaper says. Hong Kong's Oriental Daily News says the judicial authorities' harsher penalties for selling toxic food, including the death sentence for anyone selling tainted food that causes fatalities, are better late than never. It stresses that corrupt officials behind profiteers must also be targeted. On Saturday, China Central Television exposed how farmers in Shandong's Weifang are using Aldicarb, a highly toxic pesticide, to grow ginger. Though Beijing News blasts the Weifang authorities for incompetence in failing to supervise food safety and demands more powers for the media to act as a consumer watchdog. Can fake food be stopped? Counterfeit food, unfortunately, is an increasingly global issue. The gravity of the situation is such that, from fraudulent honey to fake alcohol, it's likely that every person has consumed phony products at some point. Concerning a solution, retailers have found some success with software-based efforts. Trust Codes is an app that allows customers to scan QR codes to check a product's origin and authenticity, delivering intelligence to the original manufacturer where a counterfeit is detected. The software has already uncovered a scheme by a Russian counterfeiting ring that intended to sell fake infant formula to China. But counterfeits online may prove more difficult to control, and unfortunately, it's typically not global corporations but small companies that are most damaged by the global counterfeit market. Consumers can do their part by reporting any counterfeit products they see online or in store, but on a commercial scale, manual search and reporting are incredibly time-consuming. Businesses would best place their efforts in first moving to understand their specific problem, including the area and level of counterfeit, and investing in a tech solution that automates search and removal from e-commerce platforms.